when you kick off after dark. And the Hilltoppers will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Panthers offense will get the first crack at it here. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. To the air, it's Jenkins. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
FIU will line up to punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
With the catch, it's Westbrook. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Running into the open space. And they'll knock him down.
Well, going RPO in that 2nd down, the idea was they were going to have to throw and try to get a big chunk of yards to maybe get the first or set up 3rd and short, but no problem because your quarterback's playing smart football right now, and he takes off running when no one's there. Now you've given yourself a good chance to convert this 3rd down because of the quarterback's decision-making.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory, they need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Westbrook. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Myers. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Westbrook. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to throw it again. Flips it out on the screen. Touchdown, Tucker! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Caught near the sticks, it's Dawson. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. First down and more. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. He leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got a chance. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Tackle is made at the 40-yard line. Second down coming up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And these are the plays that defenses talk about, man. These are the ones that get you in those situations where you can win. You've given up some yards on this drive, but it doesn't matter. When you play great job on second down and force the passing situation, now, man, you get that dime package ready, you get that pass rush package ready, and you're ready to go get the quarterback.
He wants to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Grab near the marker. It's Myers. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll move the wide receiver. Coming out on first down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they are going to be gassed.
Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Henry. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
And the Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Myers. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Got a man. It's Hart. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Hilltoppers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
The Hilltoppers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Grabbed in the end zone and put 6 on the board.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at LT Smith Stadium.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. Coming out with it, it's Westbrook. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid Good pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Good timing on the quick out. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosion.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, FIU.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Hart. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
The Hilltoppers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got it behind the line. It's Henry. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Hilltoppers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
All wideouts, no backs. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They booted away on 4th down. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Using his legs, it's Owens. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the 1st down.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Brings up 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. To throw, it's Jenkins. That's caught. It's Dawson. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the 1st down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. To the air on 1st down. Looking left. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Payne. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
A nice play by this defense, and now you are one play away. Like, you've got the lead. You've got to pin your ears back. You're coming home, and you're playing the pass on this play, and you are trying to end this game right here.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
Quick completion to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
The Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. Grabbed in the middle, it's Perry. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Owens. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? Just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.